Hi and welcome along to AFTV. Time to get into the player ratings for the game. Zurich 1, Arsenal 2. Just before I do, wow, incredible news about the Queen of England. I still can't believe it. I have to say, I'm in shock. When you've grown up just knowing the Queen and you've known the Queen all your life and to now know that she's no longer going to be here, it's just really, really incredible news. So, rest in peace to the Queen of England. And I love the tributes that they did at the game. Obviously, they got the news at halftime. They put a picture of the Queen up on the screen, which I thought was lovely, a lovely touch. All the players came together in the centre circle at halftime, which I've never seen them do that before at a halftime, and paid tribute to her with a minute's silence. And all the Arsenal players wore black armbands for the second half. And, I was thinking to myself, not that it would affect their performance, but it is news that you'd be really stunned by, wouldn't it? Halfway through a game that might be on your mind and you're thinking, wow, the Queen of England's no longer here. So rest in peace to the Queen of England, who passed away aged 96. She lived a great life. It's going to be different without the Queen here in this country. Time to get into the player ratings. Let's start off in goal. Matt Turner making his full debut for Arsenal in goal. He looked a little bit shaky at the start. Now, when we were sort of watching it on the stream, there was a few people, I don't know about if I trust him. It's his first game. Imagine if you're a goalkeeper. Goalkeeper's very different to other positions because you can be making your first game in another position, make an error, and it doesn't lead to anything, make an error and, you can later on do a few great things that nobody remembers that. When you're in goal, every mistake is amplified. So he didn't have an unbelievable game. He didn't really have a lot to do, to be honest. But I'm going to give Nat Turner a 7. Let's give him a 7. It's his debut. He's nervous. There was a couple of times when you looked at his positioning and thinking, but overall, he was solid. Couldn't have done nothing with a penalty. And after that, dealt with everything that was thrown at him. Tomiyasu at right back. I thought he had a solid performance. Wasn't particularly spectacular getting forward, but he done his defensive duties okay. So I'm going to give him a 7 as well. 7 going out to him. Rob Holding as well. Again, I thought didn't really do much wrong. They didn't have a lot to do. I mean, looking at the goal that we conceded, the way it sort of bounced in the box, maybe should somebody have really dealt with that before it got to that. But really didn't really do much wrong in the game. Rob Holding, so I'm going to give him a 7 as well. Gabrielle again, a little bit shaky in moments. There was one time when he gave the ball away, a couple of loose passes. Still not up to his outstanding best. I'll probably give him a 6. And Kieran Tierney, I thought, he did okay. Not spectacular. Done his defensive duties okay. Did his defensive duties well, but would have loved to have seen him get forward more and, made a bit more of an impact on the game. But I think I'll give Kieran Tierney, by his very high standards, a 6 as well. Moving into the midfield, I thought Sambi Lokonga was pretty solid. He was all right. He was good on the ball. It's a decent performance by Sambi Lokonga. I'm going to give him a 7. Granit Xhaka returning back to Switzerland. I thought that Xhaka did well. Everybody was going into meltdown when he went down and he looked like he might be injured. But he was fine by the looks of it by the end of the game. But solid performance by Granit Xhaka yet again. I'm going to give him a 7. Fabio Vieira on his full debut, I thought again, liked what I saw. The first goal, it was his great pass to Eddie Nketiah, which then Nketiah put in the cross for the assist. But it was a lovely pass by Vieira. There were some lovely touches on the ball from him, and I was really, really impressed with him. Like what I saw, I'm going to give him a 7 as well. Solid debut. And then moving into the front three. Gabrielle Martinelli, a little bit quiet today. I think he had a headed opportunity that I felt he should have scored. He didn't. And then just his runs and his decision making weren't at his best today. Gabrielle Martinelli. I'm going to give him a 6. Eddie Nketiah I thought played really, really well. An assist and a nice goal as well, a nice header. Good performance by him. These are the sort of games when he comes in the Europa League and he starts, the manager's looking at it and say, right, here's your opportunity, Eddie. Go and show me what you can do. Well, he showed him what he can do. Scored a good goal, had a great assist, and generally played well. I'm going to give him, an 8 out of 10. Good performance by Eddie Nketiah. Over on the other side, on the right-hand side, making his full debut, Marquinhos. Brilliant debut. This kid looked amazing in the game. He was quick. He was powerful. He was skillful. He looked like he's ready for this level. I remember this was a guy that we signed. The thought was he's going to go straight out on loan somewhere to go and learn his trade. He's impressed so much in training that they promoted him up into the first team. He's played for the under-23s. You can see he's way above that level. He's been outstanding in that. And you saw what that goal meant to him when he scored it. You know what I mean? He was in tears. Absolutely brilliant debut performance by him, and a great assist as well for the goal by Eddie Nketiah. He was terrorising him down that side. He is my man of the match tonight, without a doubt. I don't even think, there's no doubt on it. He gets a 9 out of 10 for me. Brilliant debut. Something that he's going to remember for the rest of his life. His family will remember for the rest of their lives. This kid, he's come over from Brazil, doesn't speak English, in a foreign country. He's adjusted straight away, and he's doing great things. Well done to him. And you never know. The manager now knows that he's got somebody he could possibly bring off the bench in the game against Everton at the weekend. Also, the manager knows that this is a player that they can keep developing in these Europa League games. So really, really good performance by Marquinhos. I'm going to the subs. Zinchenko came on. We're going to give him a standard 5. Didn't really have enough time to make an impression. Same with Martin Odegaard. Same with Saka. And also same with Gabriel Jesus. And Mikel Arteta. I'm going to give Mikel Arteta an 8. There's a bit of controversy going on when we're doing the stream. People moaning about, why is he bringing on this substitution? Why is he taking off that? His decisions were right. We won the game, 2-1. I think he got it right. I think, his starting 11 that he went with was exactly what I predicted it might be. And it was the right starting 11. I know Kelechi was saying, why did he start Xhaka? It's right to start Xhaka. Get these games won. Don't take teams for granted. Don't look at it and say, it's because it's Zurich. It's going to be an easy win. He had full respect for Zurich. We got the job done. We won the game. Arteta, 8 out of 10. Moving to the referee. The referee refereed the game all right. I thought he was very lenient. He allowed a lot to go. But it was definitely a penalty. I think he was spot on. Eddie Nketiah there made an error on that. So definitely a penalty. So I'll give the referee a 7. And the fans, unfortunately, I weren't able to be there. But the fans were amazing. Massive turnout by the Arsenal fans, as usual, over there in Zurich. Remember, they even moved it to St. Gallen, which is about 50 miles outside of Zurich. So a real trek for the Arsenal fans. But once again, they've done us proud. So the Arsenal fans, they get a 10 as usual. So all in all, a good performance because it's all about results. And we got the result. Arsenal winning the game by 2-1. It's a great start because in the other game in the group, PSV drew with Bodo Glimt. That means they too have got a point. 3 points. Win our game against PSV. Win the following game against Bodo Glimt. We're more or less there. You know what I mean? That's what we've got to do. Get this done early because there's some tough games coming up in the Premier League. And in that way, we can just play a real sort of B team in some of these games. But first of all, we got to get the job done. And as they showed tonight, Zurich, these teams are going to give their all against us. But all in all, a solid 3 points. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.